All right. It says that we're live. I think we are. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your live with me today, Jay. Welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. That's how I normally say that. Um, anyway, guys, hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Virgo, it is your birthday season. This is why we're doing this reading. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've been with me before for a live, you'll notice something a little bit different. I'm not on camera today. I'm not feeling too hot, guys. I'm not feeling very well for a while now. This is just the setup that we're going to do today. But that's all right. Still going to do these readings for you. Happy to do it. I'm very honored to do the work. Um, but I'm a little bit delayed. I'm a little bit behind schedule, so I just need to pull a couple more decks over to me. So give me 1 second for that. And yeah. Anyway, guys, happy birthday, Virgo. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great time or had a great time for your birthday. If you did, if you are, share that information down in the chat. That's cool to read and get to know you guys a little bit. And if we need those decks, I guess we'll pick them up. Okay, so I guess we'll get started. So Virgo, if you're here live tonight and you have questions for me, that's perfectly. I mean, that's exactly what this reading is designed for. So feel free to type a comment down in the description box, and I'll answer it as soon as I get to it. But we're going to start with a general reading for the entire collective during your birthday season. Again, guys, hope you have an amazing time. Um, I'm related to, I'm friends with several Virgos, so like it's a busy season for me in terms of wishing people well, sending my regards, giving presents. So yeah. So anyway, let's do a general for you guys. So a general overview for the Virgo energies at this time, Virgo collective at this time. Let me see which deck we're going to use. It's over this side. Okay, I'll do the Santa Moto deck. That's a little over here, and this is a little bit. There we go. Now it's spaced out a little bit better for me. All right, guys, let's see what's going on for you guys. This general overview for the Virgo collective at this time. General overview for the Virgo collective at this time. And guys, if you don't catch this live and you're watching on repeat, I appreciate you for that. And if anyone is ever interested in working with me on a direct one-to-one basis, doing a private video with me, you can find those details down in the description box, okay? All right, general overview for Virgo at this time. General collective overview for Virgos. I hope the audio is okay. Sometimes the audio can be interfered with where I live. So hopefully it's clear. I have no way of checking as I'm live here. And my mods love them dearly, but they both went ahead and got lives. So they're busy. But yeah, let's see. If the audio is poor, I do apologize. That's the first one. Second one. Give me at least one more, please. For Virgos. Okay. There you go. All right, so number one, King of Wands in reverse, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Five of Wands, and then the Page of Pentacles upright. Okay. So I feel like there's repercussions coming through. There's something about this King of Wands character, whoever it might be you, might be someone else, being a little out of character, a little out of pocket, a little unpredictable, unstable, just not a cool character. And that person may have been keeping secrets, been hiding things, been a little underhanded, something like that with the Five of Wands. And through patience, through diligence, through some type of calmer energy coming from this Page of Pentacles energy, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be you, doesn't have to be though. There's like revelation here. It feels like this skeleton figure here lighting a match in the dark. It's like something comes to light, but it's not brightly illuminated, right? A single matchstick isn't going to light up an entire dark room, but it's enough for us to get our bearings and observe our surroundings, right? So yeah, this King of Wands person, this energy over here doesn't have to be a person, can just be an energy, meaning it could be shared across several different people, or it's a particular energy within a situation or circumstance. Yes, and it feels like this energy here, uh, like very involved in things that don't involve them. So overreaching, insertion, like injecting yourself in a situation where you're not welcome, and doing that, like it feels like this person built up a certain story. Like I'm dancing around the word lie because I don't know that it's necessarily the King of Wands in reverse is normally characterized as a liar, but it's like someone who creates some type of story, some type of like, I guess it is sort of a lie. Like it feels like making things up in order to get over on other people, making things up in order to gain clout, gain some type of position, gain some type of control. It's like an underhanded way of getting to the top. Thank you. There we go. And so this energy is not necessarily something I would want to align with, but maybe you have to be. For some of you, this is a work situation, a colleague of yours. You might be in school, so this could be like a study partner of yours or somebody that you're, assigned working on a research project with. And this person wants notoriety fast. They want notoriety like today. And someone over here is more patient, more above board here with the Page of Pentacles. And this Five of Wands in the center, again, illumination, but Five of Wands also talks about competition. So for some of you, this could be someone that you're competing with at this time in terms of a job, in terms of friendship, in terms of a love relationship, who knows? I want to know more about this King of Wands character because they're kind of off-putting to me. And again, it can be more than one person, can exist outside of, a single individual. So let's see. Detail on the King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands, please. King of Pentacles. Okay, so this person definitely fancies themselves being top dog, being somebody, somebody who deserves, is the word coming through, deserves respect, deserves to be, listened to. Like, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, And it's just like, maybe it is your boss. They don't behave well. They don't behave correctly. They're not, it could just be a moment because there is something here with the King of Pentacles that they've set themselves up in terms of, if this is your boss or if this is someone that you're working with, they do have a title. The king, both two kings, so it feels like this person is the manager, is the supervisor, is the lead on the team, something like that. And even if they're in that position, Four of Wands, and it's steady, it's secure, this foundation of the King of Wands is really disturbing for me, Virgo, because I don't sense that they're behaving well. So they could be in a mood, let's put it that way. They could be in a certain funk. They could be in a certain tough spot personally, and it's affecting their professional life, something like that. Or this could be you, can go vice versa. If you're not over here, I think you're really in this observational standpoint with the Page of Pentacles. And the difference between the two kings here and the page over here is rank, right? Hierarchy. So again, this could be your boss or somebody in your life who has a higher position than you, a higher rank than you. And you might be watching this person kind of come undone. And it might be difficult because there also is, with the Five of Wands, it's usually an inviting energy, not inviting like we want to be there. It's like people want to engage us, like people who want to pick a fight, right? So if this person is going down or going through a tough time, they might want to rope you into that. They might want to tag your name along with theirs in terms of people that need to be reviewed, people who need to be audited, people that need to be disciplined in some type of way. And you're like, what? I'm not down with that. I don't deserve that. I didn't do anything. So this page, I think, is patience, diligence, biding your time, biting your tongue. The Page of Pentacles can communicate, but it's not the sharp. I shouldn't say sharpest, but it's not. It's not a sign that's just like dying to communicate. It's very analytical. So it might behoove you at this time to sit back, just watch what happens, watch this person come undone, watch them possibly pin themselves in a corner. I feel that here with the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, they could be pinning themselves in a corner. And yeah, so you're just going to watch them go through whatever the hell they're meant to go through. If you're on that side, Virgo, good luck. I hope you get it together. But for the majority of the energy, it feels like you're in this Page of Pentacles energy, simply, minding your business, minding your coins, right? Not wanting to get too caught up in any drama. I love that. I'm anti-drama, big time. So yeah, that's your general reading. If that made sense, let me know. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. And we're going to move on. If you're a Virgo and you're watching live here tonight, I do appreciate that. And if you have a question for me during your birthday season, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Caroline Reed, Virgo sign, 6. Yes, that's the time, the date and the time. Thank you, Carolyn. Anyway, wherever you are coming from, Carolyn, thank you so much for joining me tonight. So we did general. Now we will go into career and finance, which is, that kind of felt like a very career heavy reading, but it doesn't have to be in all of your cases. But we'll do one specifically for career and finance. So let's see which deck. Career and finance for Virgo, please. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And we're going to do steampunk for this one. Oh, boy. And again, guys, if you're just joining or you missed the beginning of this video, I'm not on camera today. I'm just not feeling well lately. So I apologize for not appearing for you because I don't typically do that anyway. I usually show myself on camera during the lives, but not this month, Virgo. Don't have it in me to do that. But we're going to continue on and do the reading just the same. So, career and finance for Virgo. Messages for them at this time. Surrounding career and finance for Virgo. Show me the messages, please. That's good, right? Ooh, bent my card all up. All right. Okay, thank you. Career and finance for Virgo. Show me. Ace of Swords. All right. Big truths, conversations, enlightenment. Give me one more. Thank you. And the Page of Swords, right? All right. So Ace of Swords, World, and Page of Swords. So yeah, I mean, that kind of piggybacks off of the general that we just did, because that did feel, again, career heavy, but it was a general, so it can apply to technically to any area, and it always is. This is an overall general reading anyway for a collective of people, but I feel this kind of piggybacks off of that previous reading where you're in a position to kind of wait it out. I mean, there's really nothing to do but sit back and watch. There's nothing really to do but bide your time. The World card there in the center. Secondary major for Sagittarius, also fixed signs, Taurus, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Thank you. So I get the sense that this is an issue of timing. Some of you might want to speak, might want to communicate, and you might have very crucial information to share, but is that really the best move from a strategy standpoint? I feel this Page of Swords, I would like it better in terms of your career if it was like a knight, a queen, or a king, of course, but I think this page has a potential to speak, has a potential to share information, but it's not necessarily the to de- the key is to determine if that is actually going to help you. So that's your call to make. Obviously, don't ever make any career decision based off of what I say or any other tarot reader says. You do have free will in this world, right? But I feel like the desire might be there because the page is very eager, or the page of swords is very eager, right? And movement here with the world and the ace of swords potential, right? So I feel like you can have more or experience more. You see a path forward, how to elevate yourself in your career. You know how to invest your money, or you're researching, thank you, with the page of swords, you're researching different options on what to do with your cash and how to make these things work in your benefit. Yes. I love that, but I feel you're a little, I don't want to say timid. I think you're really like trying to get like, a bullseye shot here. Like you don't want to mess this up. So there's precaution here. You had the page in the general, which we just did, page of pentacles there, and now you have the page of swords. Pages are not as confident as the other three cards in the court series, yes? So there is trepidation. There is this baby stepping. If you're making any type of movement, it's not as sudden as maybe you might want it to be, or other people might encourage you to. This could be people around you saying, oh, Virgo, this is great, this is a wonderful opportunity, you should do it. Maybe this is someone inviting you somewhere, because we do have the page standing in front of the hot air balloon. So there is a potential for you to be invited to a conference, to some type of ceremony, or trade show, something like that. Maybe there's an invitation for you to give a speech somewhere because you have swords on either side. And you just want to make sure that if you make any type of move, that it is for your best interest overall. And you don't want to step on anybody's toes, even though there's no other person here now. This is just how you're thinking in a singular sense about your own career. And I like it because I think that you're being very, very logical. You're being very practical about it. And yeah, my caution, I think, is more relative to what we were talking about in the general. Okay. Um, Anything to clarify here? I mean, did I say the Wheel of Fortune? I apologize. That's the world. My bad. So Capricorn, still also associated with the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I apologize. Again, your girl's not feeling well. So with the World card, same thing though, that there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to turn the page. There's an opportunity to transition into a different world, or into a different experience, into a different role. If this is your career, this is a different way of, dealing with your finances, something like that. So generally it still applies, but maybe the timing isn't necessarily as strong a message this, now that I recognize this as the world. Instead of timing, it could be lessons. So you might be apprehensive, you might be anxious, again, about making big moves at this time. Or again, if you're being invited to speak, give a presentation, you maybe have never done that before. And so even though you are qualified, you certainly don't feel prepared. Something like that, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify the world, actually. Why is the world a part of Virgo's career and finance message? Give me more information on the world energy. Why is that here for Virgo? That's a lot, but we'll take it. If it was like 5, I'd be like, oh no, I don't want to. King of Wands again, okay. Again, that signals back to the general, but it doesn't have to. So King of Wands, fire sign again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be, don't have to be dealing though. 10 of Swords, and then the Chariot, major arcana for, excuse me, Cancer. So this looks like sort of what I was saying in the beginning, Virgo. Your career moves could come at the expense of somebody else. Like as you proceed, as you get on and show progress, or make progress, excuse me, someone else could be left behind. Someone else could be, see how he's not sitting in that seat, dethroned. So you could be preparing yourself to take over for your boss, your manager, your mentor, something like that. And You or they may feel this is a total betrayal. They could feel stabbed in the back, left for dead, as we see there with the Ten of Swords. Or you could feel like that's what, like you could project that feeling out there. Like if I do this to this person, or if I take this job offer, or if I take this speaking engagement, this person's going to feel like I sold them out. They're going to feel like, I was planning that all along, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just, even if that's what someone thinks, I mean, not to sound cruel, but to hell with them, you know? Like if someone has been in a job for a while and they're no longer capable, because again, this is more related back to that general reading at the start. If they're not well adjusted at this time, or they're showing signs that they're not caring about their work, maybe they're slacking, maybe they're making mistakes, who knows? Then that person, I think I said that in the general reading, like it felt like somebody who's claiming that they deserve something even though they may not, or they have the title but they're not fulfilling the role that well. So this person, if they feel indignant, that might be related back to the world. That might be their lesson to learn. Just because you have a title or you've worked your way up in a corporate sense, right? And you become the CEO or the CFO or the CIO or whatever the hell it is, right? You become, managing partner or some shit like that, or a managing regional manager, whatever. And you become that, but then years into the job, you begin to slack. It doesn't mean you still deserve that job if there's other people in the ranks, like a Virgo type, who can do the job better than you. So there is this feeling of betrayal. There is this feeling of being, stabbed in the back and sold out. And again, it could be based on information that you know between the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. You might know something very damaging and damning to this person that could tank their entire career. And if it's in that sense, maybe this isn't even like your boss or something. You could be like a journalist. You could be an investigator. You could be a detective. You could be a specialist, in some type of way. I did say audit, right? So you could be an auditor and you're just doing your job and this person feels personally attacked. Like if your job title is to go in and make sure that a business or an individual is performing up to task, and you shouldn't feel guilty for doing your job. So what I'm sensing here with this Chariot energy is you will do what you must do decidedly. There's no stopping your momentum, Virgo. And this person who you might feel concerned about how they feel, how they're going to react, like to hell with them. In the long and the short of it, to hell with this person. Because I don't feel that because the Chariot is the momentum, and there's very little that can stop the Chariot other than our own will, other than our own decision making. Yes. So I feel that this is going to happen. It's a part of your job. It's the natural progression of your career, whatever. This person, all they're going to do is talk. All they're going to do is express how awful this is making them feel. And that's their problem, you know? So I don't think I have to tell you this, but I will tell you, don't worry about this person, even if you know them, even if you care about them to a certain extent, like they'll be okay. And if they're not okay, that's their business to handle. In terms of what you need to do for your career to secure and make sure that your bank is good, to make sure that your money is good, right? I don't see anything that could or should be stopping you from that. Okay. All right, Virgo, that is your career and finance reading. Very interesting. If that applies to you, if that resonates to you, let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. If you're here with me tonight live and you want a question answered by me, Virgo, it's your season. Drop it down in the comment section and I will read it and I'll answer you as soon as I can. All right. Let me grab a drink of water. Sorry, I always drink ice water and then I chew the ice, so I apologize. Party. Melissa Williams, hello. Hi, how are you? How's it going? Welcome to the Virgo live reading. Thank you for joining me. What do we do next? Career and finance, and then we do health and wellness, right? Melissa, if you are a Virgo and you have a question, feel free to type it in the chat box and I will answer it for you. If not, if you're just here to look on and listen in on some Virgo readings, that's totally cool too. Health and wellness for Virgo. Okay, we'll do the. Oh, well, happy belated 9/1. Happy birthday to you. I hope it was a good one. May I ask what you did, if you did anything? I know we're still living in the panorama times, so not everybody's out enjoying their birthday seasons this year. But if you were able to go out or celebrate, I hope it was a good time. And even if you stayed in and chilled out and, you know, just like meditated or did whatever, I hope that was good too. Oh, not so much. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully after your birthday and continuing on for the rest of the year and to end of times, I hope you have better days than what you had on your birthday. Chin up, friend. Okay. We will be doing the health and wellness reading in a moment, but Michelle, or excuse me, not Michelle, I apologize. I, if I'm honest, I looked at the screen and I saw Williams. I'm like, Michelle Williams. That'd be cool if you were Michelle Williams, but Melissa Williams, if you have a question for me during your birthday season, I'd be happy to answer it for you. But I will do that after we cover the health and wellness if you don't mind waiting. But no pressure either way. Oh, it was your 50th. Happy 50th. Nice. Health and wellness for Virgo. Give me the messages, please. Health and wellness for Virgo. I'd like to see the messages, please. Milestone. Very nice. Okay, one more. Health and wellness. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's see what's going on for this. Health and wellness for Virgo at this time. Ooh, this is a different feel. Okay, they all came out in once, but we'll take it. Oh, that's a lot, actually. Maybe we won't take that. Hold on, let me see. No, they're like, do it. They're yelling at me. Do it. Okay, all right, we'll do it. All right, so first card out, Hermit, that's you. Justice, Libra. Daughter of Cups, water sign. God, I'm going to blank on the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, thank you. Ten of Swords again. Mother of Swords, Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then the Nine of Wands. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Some of you, like, there's an avoidant energy here, book ending here, Hermit energy, Nine of Wands, like hunkered down, a little, shying away, keeping to yourself. Maybe focused on self is another way we can take it. And maybe it's not avoiding. Maybe it's just like, I'm going to put emphasis on myself. I'm going to focus on my diet. I'm going to focus on my wellness. I'm going to, clear my chakras. I'm going to, sage my house, do whatever. But there is sort of this insulated energy, insular, inside, right? Hermit there with the turtle. And this is good overall. Even if it's avoidant, I think it's good for you, right? Because it's reflective. The hermit doesn't go inside to avoid normally. The hermit usually goes inside to do hard work, to focus on self, to study the self, to kind of get to the bottom of the issue, get to the bottom of what's plaguing the self, what's the disturbance in the force, right? And the Nine of Wands on the end there feels like a combative, well, not combative energy. It feels it's difficult climbing a set of stairs, not to, no shade to anybody who's, in good health and younger than I am, but sometimes climbing stairs can be kind of a hassle, But there's like this ascension. That's the point. There's an ascension, but it's not an escalator. It's not a ramp that pulls us along. We have to use our legs. We have to pull ourselves up this flight of stairs. So the work that you're doing, Virgo, is self-centered in a good way, or self-focused. Let's say self-focused instead of self-centered. And it feels good. There's complication though, because I feel you have some interfering energies. So, okay. Like, it feels like there's, like, people around, family, friends, professionals I'm getting here from Justice and Mother of Swords. So you might have a counselor, you might have a therapist, you might have a doctor, you might have anybody. There's someone who might be, quote, unquote, "professionally assigned" to you, and they're very critical of what you're doing, or they're very concerned. If they're not critical, they're concerned. Again, this is kind of rubbing you the wrong way, Virgo, because I feel like you just want to be left on your own to take care of things on your own. Oh, like there's like I'm getting like this court appointed thing. Justice, Mother of Swords, court appointed. Oh, so maybe you have like a family counselor, or like a maybe like some of you are in like a rehab program, something like that. And like this person is in your life, they're in your energy, but you don't want them there. But it's their job. They have this purpose, they have this reason to be there. And in partnership with them, I think that you're going to get to some revelations, whether you want to or not, whether you want to be witnessing these revelations or come upon them in this person's vicinity. I don't think that's what you want, but I think this person and they have the approach you don't appreciate. You don't appreciate the way they talk. You don't appreciate the way they look at you. Some of you like you don't like the way they dress. It's just like, this person just like rubs you the wrong way. If you know them personally, it's a little more nuanced, I suppose, because this could be a concerned parent or a concerned friend. This could be your spouse or someone in your life intimately like that. Uh, the driving force here, again, since this is your health and wellness Virgo, is how you're going to feel after the fact or as you do this work. Again, I think it's progressive. I feel ascension. I feel that the work helps, but it's not easy. It's going to be, in some of your cases, quite brutal with this 10 of Swords here. Like, you're going to feel like total trash going to these sessions, sitting in meditation, journaling. You're going to, if this is about your physical health, this could be a trainer, right? Or some type of fitness program that you've signed on for. Thank you, like a virtual fitness plan, and you're just going to feel like total garbage going through it physically, but particularly mentally, since we're talking about swords. So I'm getting the sense of a person who is doing exhausting work, like going into it, this is going to suck. I'm not going to have the energy for this. I'm going to like, I don't want to say lose focus, but like you're kind of going to, push away other things, like other things that you might normally want to spend time on. That's going to go to the back burner. Like some of you are putting like your hobbies to the side. Some of you are putting social engagement to the side. You're not hanging out with as much as you used to, because the name of the game for the hermit is to get better, or is to illuminate the darkness. What is this sticky, murky thing that I can't shake? I'm in a mood, or I don't feel well. Even though I'm eating good things, I don't have enough energy. Like there's this question of why is this happening? The hermit is on the case and wants to get to the bottom of it. Daughter of Cups, some of you, your motivation is a child. They don't have to be a water sign. They don't have to be a female child, but the motivation is to do well so that your kids or kid can be in a better place. You might, again, family counseling, you might be going to see a therapist along with your child. And they don't have to be like a little kid, it could be like your teenager or your adult child, something like that. So, Virgo, I like this. This feels collectively like a plan. If it's not happening now, you're putting these wheels into motion, right? And not all of this is going to happen at once. Not every time do you sit down with your therapist. Not every time do you go see your PO or see the person who's court appointed to you. Are you going to feel like crap? Not every time that you hit the gym, you're going to be, exhausted or feel, burned out. Not every time you eat a kale salad, you're going to be wishing it was a hamburger. There will be good times within. There's going to be something to enjoy, but overall, you have your work cut out for you here. I don't think we need to clarify anything. This is like a one shot kind of reading since they all came out at once, okay? So that is your health and wellness, Virgo. If that made sense to you, if it resonates, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, all that fun stuff. We are going to move on. If you are here tonight live, Virgo, and you have a question for me, ask it. I will answer it to the best of my abilities for you because it's your season, friends. Man. And if you're just joining, I normally am on camera for lives, but not this time around, guys. I am not feeling well. I actually am thinking about taking a hiatus from the channel for a while, just to kind of recalibrate my whole system. Yeah, something I got to consider, but I'm ping-ponging that idea around in my head right now. Anyway, so if you guys are here live and you have a question, again, go ahead and ask it. If not, we're going to move on. So we're almost done. These are going like lightning fast today. So we did general, career and finance, health and wellness. So the last one that we do in terms of overall energies, or excuse me, categories, I should say, is love and romance. So let's see what's going on there. Love and romance for Virgo. Which deck, please? I feel pulled to that, but like I personally, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of working with this deck, even though I love it. Yeah, okay. I love this deck, but I'm like, I feel like I've used it recently, like a lot. So I just wanted to make sure that this is what they think is the right deck. So, and I'm sorry it wasn't out on the table. All right, do a little Golden Girls for you guys. Love the show, love the girls. I'm a Dorothy, if you didn't know. If you couldn't tell. I resonate very heavily with Dorothy Spornak. Love and romance for Virgo, please. Give me the messages. I would like to see messages for Virgo's love and romance at this time. Hopefully this is going well for you. I mean, I think you guys got some pretty good messages. Like, not gonna lie. Look pretty good, yeah. All right, love and romance for Virgo at this time. What do they need to know regarding love and romance at this time? Okay, woo. You didn't see it, but they gave me a little twist in my neck, and I hate when they do that, but that's normally the sign that the shuffling has ended. It's time to get on with it. All right, let's go. Love and romance for Virgo. Show me. All right. The moon. Piscean energy there. Could be dealing, don't have to be. Okay, again. Now, which way? Which way? Doop, doop, doop. Okay, thank you. Woo! All right. So, for some of you, something is, I don't want to, let's say transitioning. It could be ending, but I feel like something, for some of you, something is ending, and that's okay. You're at peace with it as much as you can be, and you recognize this is it. You know that where you are with this person in the situation, in your singlehood, in your whatever, whether you're coming into union or leaving union, you know the time is now. Very ownership there with the Queen of Wands in the middle. Pisces, fire signs, and again, Capricorn, also fixed signs with the world. So it's like, even if you go into singlehood after a relationship, even if there's some unresolved feelings here with the moon, or complex feelings, residual love, residual whatever, right? There's still like this, but it's for the best, knowing it's for the best. Others of you, it's not about the ending of something. It is about the next phase of something. Phase, like a moon phase, world, chapters in your life. So some of you are stepping into some type of new energy. I'm going to say new energy. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but it's like this new outlook. And on either side, whether you're going away from or coming into something, there's just this awareness that you have, um, and self ownership, autonomy. It's not to say that you're being a bitch or an asshole or you're being my way or the highway. Absolutely not. It's just knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing how far you're willing to extend yourself and what you need in return. Reciprocity style, not tit for tat, not I did this for you, so you owe me. No, I've done this for you out of the free will and love of my heart. If you would like to return that to me, that would be great. If you don't, that's all right too. And I will, quote unquote, judge accordingly. Something like that. There's like a huge powerfulness, a huge power coming from this Queen of Wands energy, which is owning the space, owning your time. That's a big one for some of you, owning your time. It's like, again, not overextending, knowing exactly how much effort to put in to make yourself happy, to show appreciation for anybody else, and to show other people your sense of worth. The biggest complicated energy on the table is the moon, because that could speak to things that are unseen, that are hidden, things that aren't known to you at this time, or things that you're repressing. So there's a little bit of a complication there. We're probably going to clarify that. But overall, this feels good. Is it showing me you're falling in love? Could for some of you, not all of you. But it's showing, if you're falling in love, it's like falling in love with yourself first, as cheesy or cliche as that might sound, or that's kind of like what the name of the game here. Because the world, I think, is maturing. Like, I feel that you've matured. Some of you have come to a very pinnacle point in your life where you are entering into a commitment for the first time ever, or a marriage for the first time ever, or you're leaving a commitment, you're leaving a marriage, going into singlehood for the first time in however long, right? So there's sort of like this graduation, like I've been through something, or I've lived a certain way up until this point, and now that I'm going into this next phase of my life, I'm going in clean slate, but with, again, a higher sense of self, a higher recognition of self with this Queen of Wands. These two feel great. The moon is, again, a little bit of a concern for me, because it can represent a multitude of things. For some of you, there's some emotional complexity still percolating in the background or underneath the surface that sometimes can overwhelm you. But I feel many of you are doing a good job of keeping that away. And when I say good job, meaning you're not letting it interfere with the game plan over here between the Queen of Wands and the World card. So let's get a little bit more on the moon. And it could be, there we go. There we go. It could belong to somebody else. Let's see about that. That's a little bit of a late addition, but let's go ahead and clarify and figure this out. So why is the moon here for Virgo's love and romance? Give me messages regarding love and romance. Or excuse me, clarification on the moon regarding Virgo's love and romance. Something. Flipped out karate style. Okay. So I know that one was first. Hit the tables will go like this. Side position. Let's make sure how it's supposed to be. Okay, thank you. Two of Cups reversed. Three of Wands, okay. And the Nine of Wands. Absolutely. So for some of you, this is confirmation for those who are seeing something end. And if not end, transform could be another thing. Like, instead of a divorce, this could be a separation. If it is a divorce, maybe it's not a nasty divorce, maybe it's amicable. Or if it is nasty, that's another way that we can go. But for some of you, it's not like a hard ending. Like, they're giving me this like idea that it's not a hard ending. Okay. Two of Cups reverse. Now, for some of you, that singlehood thing, that autonomous thing, you're questioning the relevance of someone in your life from the past, or if they even exist. Like, some of you are leaving a relationship where you felt someone was your soulmate, someone was your life partner, Again, whether you tack a label onto them as soulmate, twin flame, karmic part, whatever. The label is not significant, but some of you question, was that person my person? Because look where we are now, end of the road. Or was I a fool to ever give that person this spot in my heart? There's a lot of uncertainty there. There's a lot of, did I waste my time? Were they ever truly mine? Were we ever really partners like that on a soul level, etc., etc., etc.? There's uncertainty of how this person is factoring into your life overall, right? Others of you, it's like still realizing this person is significant, but they're no longer the one, if that makes sense. That's kind of interesting. So like you might see this person as your soulmate or a soulmate to you, but you might say, but they're not my life partner. Something like that. Others of you, this is never having that connection with a person, never recognizing anyone as your soulmate, never feeling that that spiritual bond with another person. And so you're skeptical that it even exists. Like, I've lived this many years and I've gone out with this many people and I was in love with that person and I married that one and all these things, but none of them ever resonated with me on that level that I would want, that I feel I maybe have been looking for. Three of Wands my entire life. So interesting. There's a lot here, but basically the moon, as I suspected, has a lot of complex emotions within it. And you've tried to make the best of it. How can I say this? You've tried to understand yourself, Virgo. And Virgo, I think, is a very analytical sign. Do they do a lot of self analysis? Sure. But actually, well, I think it comes and it goes. Because sometimes, I know a lot of you guys, in my experience, sometimes I'm just like, well, as much as Virgos go over events in their head and they try to plan things out and they're organized, sometimes I'm like, but don't you know yourself well? And I've had a lot of Virgos come to me like acting brand new, as if they didn't know that they would feel a certain way if this thing happened, or they were not really, it's just like sometimes I'm surprised at how a Virgo can sometimes not seem to understand themselves. But then again, Pisces is your opposite sign. That's your cousin, right? So they definitely are a sign that, who am I? I'm alive. I'm a human. Very much like, I don't know who I am, So anything that your opposite sign is known for, you're known for, but in a different way, right? So what I'm sensing here is maybe this transition into this new chapter of your life has you in a very reflective place, looking back over the totality of your love life or the totality of a particular relationship you had with someone, and then going forward trying to seek something new. Three of Wands, seeking something new, seeking something that speaks to you, seeking something that resonates with you, a place, a person. What's in the binoculars? Is it a man on a boat? I don't know if you're going to be able to see that if I hold it up to the camera. Maybe you will. Oh, I had it focused for like 2 seconds. It's quite blurry, but in the binoculars, it looks like Sophia's looking at a man on a speedboat. So you might have your eye on a particular person if you're going into a new phase of your life. And some of you might worry about if you and this person are well matched. In some of your cases, I got to be honest, Virgo, it could be that you're coming out of something so recent and then getting into something new. There's not a cool down period. People do that. I understand. The other part for some of you is that you've been single for a long time, like a long time, many moons, right? Several cycles, or at least one particular cycle of your life, however long that is, I'm not here to judge. And so you're a little like cautious about meeting new people. There is a attraction, curiosity with the Three of Wands, but then hesitation. I've been brokenhearted before. I've been treated poorly before. I don't want to be treated poorly again. So in in your heart of hearts, or in the depths of you, in the deepest parts of you with the moon energy, you do have trepidation. You do have something that worries you, or you do have residual feelings or unresolved feelings, perhaps, right? Complexity is here. But on the surface, Queen of Wands, the world, you're looking forward, you're pushing forward, you're not letting much get in your way, and nothing stops the progress of the world anyway. Well, that's not true. They quickly, no, yeah, exactly. Thank you. That can be delayed. Let's say it that way. The world energy can be delayed if you choose to not take on lessons, if you choose to not rise to the occasion of challenges, if you choose to keep yourself small, right? You definitely can be cycled, again. It's sort of like repeating a grade in school or something like that. And that's what I think I said that earlier. This energy feels graduated. It feels like it's maturing. So as you mature, some of you might put up some walls, some defenses. I don't blame you. Just be careful not to get stuck in that place, okay? All right, that was a pretty interesting one. That's your love and romance reading, Virgo. If that made sense to you, if it resonated with you, let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, all that fun stuff, okay? All right. Well, this was 1 hour is usually what it takes. So actually, I'm a little bit under time, but excuse me. Virgo, if you're here tonight and you have a question, this is your last call. If you want to ask me something here, you may do so now. If you would prefer to work privately with me, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box and checking out how to order with me. If you have any questions before you place an order, just email me and I will answer you as soon as I can, okay? Yeah. So, last call, one more time. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, we are going to wrap this up in a moment. And I appreciate it. Again, apologies for not being on camera this month. Your girl just, not feeling well overall. So I definitely was not feeling camera ready today. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all so much for watching. Virgo, I hope you have an amazing birthday season, the rest of the year, the rest of your life, guys. Be well to each other, treat yourselves well, treat other people well. Spread goodness in your life as much as you can. All right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good night. Bye.